أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة على أعدائهم من الآن إلى يوم الدين أما بعد قد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. First of all, apologies that I did say I'll do the exam this week, but some odd reason there's been a slight delay. So I thought let's take the advantage of this delay. And there's a few points which I have taught you in this book, but it's a really crucial and important point for us to go to the next phase itself. I've just sent you the book. This is the whole book, which I'll be going through for book 3 itself. I'll be using this book and I'll be using other books as well to get yourself to the level of being able to read Arabic text. But before I start, can everyone hear me clearly as well?
Yes, we can hear you, Sheikh.
Okay, brilliant. Now, so what I'm going to cover today, it's some important points in this book which we have done, but I want to explain it in my own fashion for everyone to have a better understanding. So give me 2 seconds. Now, let me just go back slightly. I'm going to go slightly back and then I'm going to start. Right, I'm going to start on this discussion and see how far we get, inshallah. Now, I'm not too sure about yourselves, how much Arabic grammar you know, but I'm going to go through some terms which are very important for you to understand that how to understand the harakat of words itself. Now, the most important point you need to understand that everyone needs to know is that in the Arabic language, nouns are divided into 2 categories. Nouns are divided into how many categories?
2 categories.
2
Sheikh, can you make your font bigger?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, Jazakallah.
So nouns are divided into 2 categories according to their harakat. Now, I'm going to ask, when I mean harakat, I'm going to ask, who should I ask? I'm going to ask Sister Nobia Askari. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Nobia Askari.
Maulana Sahab, could you give me some time? I'm just putting my charger on actually.
No problem, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to ask then Sister Sadia Sajjad. Sister Sadia, are you there? Right, I think yeah, it's really poor. No, yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now. Now, Sister Sadia, now with regards to a noun, how many harakat have you learned? How many harakat does a noun receive according to its different situations? What do you remember?
It can be marfu. It is usually marfu.
Yep.
Which is dama.
Yep.
2 damas there.
Yep.
And mansoob if it is coming as a maful.
Yep.
And if it is coming after the P or harf-e-jar, then it will be marfu.
Excellent. Thank you. Now, so this is the correct answer. So nouns itself get 3 harakat. So a noun can come either marfu, which is called the nominative case in English. Mansoob, when it comes as an object, that is called the accusative case, or it gets a kasra majroor, the genitive case. So these are the 3 states for a noun. Now, Sister Abida, can you come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sister Abida, now, I haven't covered it in that details, but I have done to some extent. Verbs. How many states do a verb have?
So as in present, past?
No. In regards to the harakat. So for example, I'll give you an example. The verb yadribu. Yes?
Yes.
It's yadribu. Now, yadribu, how many harakat the ba can come with? So at the moment, yadribu has a dhamma, correct?
Yes. So 14.
There are 14 forms. That is correct. There are 14 forms, but with regards to its i'rab on the last letter, like the noun has 3 states, how many states does the verb have in regards to its harakat?
5.
5, okay. Anyone else? Does anyone else want to have a guess as well?
3.
3, okay.
I think it's 4.
Okay, it's 4. How many others?
3.
3. How many threes?
I would say
3.
I
The
said
correct-
3.
Okay, the correct answer is 3. Now, I'm going to ask Sister Zahra.
What about sukun?
Excellent. That is one of the states of the present tense. Jazakallah. Excellent.
That
So
is Batul
Zahra.
Manji.
Yes, Anna Butul Manji, you answered the correct answer. So Zahra Jamal, come on the mic for a second, please.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Now, the first one is yadribu. The ba on the yadribu has a dhamma, yes?
Yes.
And Sister Butul Manji shouted out that is sukoon. So when does a present tense verb get a sukoon?
When it is in the Jasif mood,
When it's in the Jasif mode.
meaning, yeah.
So the Jasif
Yes.
mode means majzoom, when there's a jazm on the last
Majzoom.
letter. So for example, the present tense, when it becomes fi'l amr, when it becomes imperative, like tadribu becomes idrib, yes?
Yes.
The last letter, the ba, it comes with sukoon, idrib. Yes?
Yes.
That is one imperative is from one of the states of a noun where the last letter, the singulars, get sukoon. The other method of a noun becoming with a sukoon is when lam comes. Remember lam? Does anyone
Yeah.
remember? Lam yalid wa lam yulad.
Mhm.
So lam, it comes in the meaning he did not, lam yadrib, he did not hit. So lam, whenever it comes, it gives the meaning of he did not.
Right.
And it makes the singular of the present tense with a sukoon. So inshallah, I'll gradually go through the different particles. Lam is one of them. There are other particles as well, which come and makes the present tense singular with a sukoon. And there's another one. So fi'l mudari can come either sukoon with a dhamma, a sukoon, and what's the third one?
Fatha.
Fatha. When does a present tense verb come with a fatha?
When it there's a subjunctive particle preceding the verb.
Now, these terminology, subjunctive, I understand it, but the rest of the class, we are toddlers. So
For example, like inna or kana, the inna
can I
or an,
No.
those kinds of particles.
No.
Can I say
Yes.
for the
Please.
past tense of singular male?
No, not past tense, present tense.
I mean past,
Present tense. Past tense, they do not have any states. It comes only in one state. That is it.
Fata, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Can I try, Sheikh?
Yes, Ms. Mukarrama, go ahead.
When there is come rialan.
No. Come
becomes-
itself. So come, good try. Come itself, it only acts in a noun.
So,
Come,
Sheikh, when there's a
riala.
li or a li or an in, it doesn't take a fatha after that?
Yes, when li comes or an
Yeah.
comes. So I'll give you an easy example which everyone is familiar with. The word lan, lam, noon, lan. Lan is a particle which normally comes in front of the present tense verb, and it gives the meaning of future negation. Future negation, meaning, for example, lan tarani. This is a famous example. Lan tarani. Tara means you see me. You will never see me. Lan tarani. That's a famous example. Normally, whenever lan comes, it makes the last letter of the verb with a fatha. I'll give you an example. Lan yadriba. So originally it was yadribu, and it becomes lan yadriba from originally yadribu. Is this clear? Lam noon. Whenever lam noon comes, it makes the last letter from a dhamma to a fatha. Lan yadriba. It comes in the meaning he never hit. Is this clear for everyone so far?
Yes. So it gives
Yes.
a future meaning of the
Yes.
to the verb.
That's right. Future negation to the verb. So the verb has either comes with a dhamma, either comes with a sukoon, or either comes with a fatha itself. These are the three states for a verb. So now you understood that nouns have three states, which is raf, nasb, and jar. And the verb has raf, jazm, and nasb as well. It does not, a noun never comes with a kasra at the end, like the nouns do. Is this clear? See, all the prepositions, everyone, please, it's a really important lesson.
Maulana, can you repeat the last sentence? I'm confused now.
Yeah, so the verbs come with a dhamma or a sukoon or a fatha. These are the three states for a verb. I will send you the handout explaining what I'm teaching today as well. And the nouns has either a raf, nasb, and jar. Jar meaning when it receives a kasra at the end of the last letter itself. Sister Najma Kanani, is that clear for you so far?
Sort of, but does a noun have a sukoon?
No.
Never.
That's a very good question. I wanted someone to ask someone. I was going to ask that question, but you brought the forward, asked that question yourself. Brilliant. Yes, that is correct. A noun never comes with a sukoon.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why I'm discussing this, because today's lesson, there is something pending which we started, but I didn't delve into the book, but I want to delve into it today. Now, this is so far. Now, there is something else as well, apart from amongst the nouns. Now, do you remember I spoke about in the book about the word tahta, alladhi, and anta in the book, that these nouns, they are non-declinable. Do you remember that? That in the Arabic language, there are some nouns that they even may come as mudaf, mudaf ilay. Their harakat is not visible on those nouns. Do you remember that?
Pronouns. Remember.
Yeah, pronouns or even tahta. Remember tahta, fawqa?
Yes.
Does anyone remember this? I mentioned this in the book. And like alladhi as well. Does everyone remember, or everyone has forgotten?
We remember that
Yes,
you
we
mentioned
remember.
about adverbs. Adverbs don't change the harakat.
Harakat, exactly. So when a noun, now coming back now, as I said initially in the beginning of the class, nouns and verbs are divided into two categories. What is these two main categories? Declinable nouns, and indeclinable nouns. What does this mean? Declinable nouns and indeclinable nouns. In Arabic, a noun which is declinable, it's called mu'rab. And a noun which is indeclinable is called mabni. What does this mean? Now, there are some nouns in the Arabic language and verbs which do not change their harakat. And there are some nouns which change their harakat. Is this clear? Even amongst the verbs and even amongst the nouns itself.
Sir, is that called diptote and triptote? Is that right?
No, diptote is one of the, Excellent. I'm going to go towards diptos, Sister Sadia. That's the reason why I'm doing this lesson today. I want to explain diptos. I want to explain the sound masculine plural, sound feminine plural. That's the reason why I'm doing this lesson today. MashaAllah, you've got there. You've understood what I'm trying to do. So let me go through this handout, and this will clarify everything even further. Can I ask Sister, who should I ask? Who was the first person on the mic today? Let me ask, who should I ask? Sister Nobia Askari, I called you before.
Yes, I'm back, Maulana Sahab.
Bismillah. Can you read now? Let's go through this and I'll explain this further. Go ahead.
Okay. What do you want me to read?
Read from words are of two types with respect to changes.
All right. Words are, sorry, it's gone. Okay. Words are of two types with respect. Can't see it.
Here,
no.
To changes that occur at the end.
Yeah, respect to change that can occur at the end.
One second, Najma.
Can you tell me in simple language, declinable and indeclinable? What does it mean?
So it means that when a noun, for example, mu'rab means a noun, it changes its last letter. It gets the fatha, the dhamma, the kasra, or the actual fatha itself. That means a declinable noun. Okay. And a mabni noun, regardless of the different states, the raf, the nasb, the jar, the last letter of the noun doesn't change. That's what it means.
Okay.
It means it's a fixed noun, regardless of whichever situation it comes, whether it comes as the doer of a verb, whether it comes as the object of a verb, or whether it comes as after a preposition. The harakat on the last letter does not change. That's called mabni.
Okay.
Is that clear now?
Yeah.
And mu'rab nouns are those nouns according to the different scenarios it comes in, the raf, nasb, and jar, the harakat changes and alters itself. So on this basis, words in the Arabic language are divided into two categories, mu'rab and mabni. Clear now?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Go ahead now, Sister Nobia.
Thank you.
Where from? Okay. Words.
Go ahead.
Section 2.1.
Yep.
The conditions or states which remain unchanged at the end of mabni words are four. Zamma, fatha, kasra, and sukoon. These are called anwaul bana. Is that right? Anwaul Arab.
Yep.
Those conditions or states, which occur at the end of morab words are four. Raf, nasb, jar, and jazm. These are called anwaul Arab al-Arab for short. These changes are brought about at the end of a morab word in accordance with the requirement of the amil governing word.
Excellent. Thank you. Just give me 2 minutes. Now, when the noun, this is the point I need to mention clearly. Now, when a noun or a verb itself changes its harakat, why does it? Now, the technical term which is given, it's called amil. Amil is the actor. So when lan comes before in front of a verb, it acts in the verb, and that's called an amil. Or for example, lam yalid. Lam is coming in front of the present tense, and it gives the dal a sukoon. So whenever there is a particle or a letter which comes in front of a verb or a noun, it's called a amil, the person or the thing which is acting. And here it said, those conditional states, ahwal, which occur at the end of a mu'rab word are four. So a noun, or a verb, this is in general. Of course, now verbs do not get a state of jar, but in general, all mu'rab nouns can either be raf, nasb, and jar, and jazm. Jazm is only for the verbs. Jar, nasb, and raf are for only nouns itself.
Okay.
Okay. Then now, when we, let's read the next part, Sister Nobia. Alamatul i'rab. Now, alamatul i'rab means the signs of these harakat itself. Go ahead.
Okay. Alamatul Arab, signs of Arab. The Arab shows in various ways. They are called Alamatul Arab, signs of Arab. The two common ones are as follows. Al-Arabul Haraka, these are the basic signs and are the most common. Arab is shown by means of a haraka, that is zamma or fatha or kasra or sukun, which is the absence of a haraka. For example, rajulun, rajulun, rajulan, rajulin, and lam yazrib.
So you see here now, lam is coming. The last letter is getting a sukun.
Getting sukun.
Rajulin, kasra tanween, rajulun, fatha tanween, rajulan, dhamma tanween.
That's right. Okay.
Now, the next, where is it gone? And the next one now.
Okay, can I ask something quick?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so this lam and lan will only come in front of a verb?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you.
They do not come in front of a noun. It's only a verb itself. Now, the other point you need to remember. Now, do you remember we did the word abuka? Does everyone remember abuka and abuka? I mentioned that whenever the word abun and akhun, do you remember in lesson 1 in book 2? Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes.
I spoke
Wow,
about
wow comes in.
Wow comes in. Yes.
Exactly. So that whenever it's mudaf to any of the pronouns, possessive pronouns, we add an additional wow. So the wow itself is substituting a harakat, which is the dhamma. Go ahead now, Sister Nobia.
So the second one is Arabul
Bil hurufi.
Bil huruf. Sometimes the Arab is shown by means of any of the huruf
Illa.
illa.
So huruf illa are the weak letters, the vowels. So
Okay.
the vowels in the Arabic language are alif, waw, and ya. So here, the waw is coming. So this waw is substituting the state of raf, the nominative case. Here, there is an alif. This is substituting the halatin nasb. And in abika, we have a ya. Now this ya is substituting the genitive case.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So Sheikh, these letters are paired with the harakas to show the
Exactly.
state of the verbs.
That's right. The nouns.
The nouns, the state of the nouns.
That's right. That's right. So that is the thing what I'm going to try to teach today. I'm going to ask someone. Who should I ask? Can I request? Who should I ask? Sister Rosie iPad.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Can you please read Halatul Mu'rab? Halatul Mu'rab.
Halatul Mu'rab, states of Mu'rab. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. As mentioned above, the conditions or states that occur at the end of Mu'rab words are 4. Below, we look at them in more detail. Halatir Raf is a condition in which a zamma or a substitute such as harful
illa,
wow, appears at the end of a word. Such a word is said to be marfu.
So whenever a noun gets a dhamma tanween or substituted by a waw, this state of the verb or the noun, sorry, the noun itself is called marfu. So here, akhun. So there's a dhamma tanween. This noun is in the state of
marfu.
And akhuka, there's a waw here now. So this noun is in the state of
marfu again.
Exactly. And here, abu.
Abu is also marfu.
Excellent. Next one, halatul nasb.
Halatul nasb is the condition in which fatatan or its substitutes such as harful
illa,
appears, alif appears at the end of a word. Such a word is said to be mansub.
Correct. So, for example, akhan, it has an alif here. So, sorry, not akhan. Here, akhan, there's a fatha tanween on the kha, akhan. So, this is in the state of mansub. In akhaka, this alif here is substituting the fatha itself. And here, aba, there is a alif now, which is from the weak letters, is coming, which is substituting the nasab.
Sheikh, can I ask a question here?
Go ahead.
So you mean that in akhun is the dhamma tanween, right? So one of the dhamma is substituted by the waw and the other dhamma is still there. Is it that we mean by substitution?
So no, what's happening here? In akhaka, this alif itself, this alif is the sign that the noun is in the nominative, in the accusative case. This alif here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it's also coming along with the fatha. So how
yes.
is it substituting?
So what happens is that this alif is added to make. So of course, the ruling is that whenever there's an alif, the harakat of the previous letter has to come a fatha. So this alif, this fatha is not coming by itself. This is being caused by the alif. If the alif wasn't there, the ha would not get the alif itself or the fatha itself.
Okay. All right.
That's the ruling. So this alif itself, it brings the actual the fatha on the ha, but the i'rab which of this word is being given to the alif itself. The alif is substituting the fatha.
Okay, I get it now. Thank you.
Again, with the case of aba. So the aba, the alif is actually the haraka. The alif is substituting the fatha itself. It comes as the ambassador or the representative that this noun is in the accusative case. I will not go through the examples. I'll make it much more clearer. Sister, continue. Sister Rosie.
Halatul jar is a condition in which kasra or its substitute such as harful illa, ya, appears at the end of a word. Such a word is said to be majroor.
Correct.
Example:
akhin,
akin, akika, abi, abi khalidin.
Correct.
Halatul
jazm.
Halatul jazm is the condition in which sukoon appears at the end of a word or its substitute known in the case of fa'lun muzar is dropped from the end. Such a word is said to be majroor.
Majzoom.
Majzoom.
Correct. So yadribu becomes lam yadrib. He did not hit. So lam is coming. There's a sukoon on the last letter of the present tense verb. Lam yadrib. And in this one here, this verb was yadribuna. It was yadribuna. But whenever lam comes in the plurals of the present tense verb, the noons are dropped. So that's why it's lam yadribu. Instead of being, originally it was yadribuna, but became lam yadribu. Is this clear so far or shway clear?
Clear, sir, clear.
Can I say something, please?
Bismillah.
Does it mean like when there's some writing without vowel marks on it, but
Yep.
if there's an alif, we will know it's a ah sound. And if it's with a ya, we know it's a kasra there, without vowels being shown.
Exactly. This is the reason why I'm teaching you this. Exactly. So I'm actually trying to teach you how to read Arabic text without the i'rab. So that is the reason why I'm doing this today. I'm trying to prepare yourself gradually to be able to read Arabic text without the i'rab now. Okay. Now, so far, I believe you've understood. Now I'm going to move on to the main thing which I want to teach. Okay, let me go to the page where I'm going to go start from. Right, let's look at this. Now, just give me 1 second. Just want to bring something else onto the screen. I'm just trying to bring it an right. Can everyone see this?
Yeah, it's very tiny.
Yeah, I'll make it bigger. Just 1 second. Let me use this then instead. That's fine. Okay, I'll use the original because it's tiny. I use the original one. Okay, let's go over here. I'll show you something. We did this before, but I'm going to explain this.
Sheikh, I cannot see anything on the screen.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to get it on the screen now. Give me 1 second. I just want to get the... Can you see now?
Yeah, I can see, but now no.
Can you see now?
Yes.
Right, okay, that's fine.
Just
Now-
make the font bigger.
Yeah, I'm going to make it bigger. Now, I want to explain today, it's these two nouns in particular. We have done in this book 2, Jama Mudhakkar Salim and Jama Muannas Salim. Does everyone remember that? Does everyone
Yes.
remember? Yes?
Sort
This
of.
is the two things which I want to explain today. Now, what is a Jama Mudhakkar Salim? A sound masculine plural. Sister Masooma Hassan. Masooma Hassan? Okay, she's maybe driving. Sister Zainab Ramji.
Yes, Sheikh.
What is a sound masculine plural?
The plural that you only add like in English, I would say you only add an S at the end. You don't change the whole spelling. I don't know.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
that's
like-
fair enough. So I'll explain. The sound masculine plural is that the singular word, when we make the plural, it's preserved. We only add waw and noon at the end and get the plural itself. So Muslimun, have a look on the screen. The singular is Muslimun. Yes? And the plural is by adding the waw and the noon itself. So the word Muslim is visible in the plural as well. So that's a sound masculine plural. Sister Sadiqa Jafar, can you come on the mic, please?
Salam.
Alaikum salam. Al-Jam'u Salim. So can you read this, please?
Jamus Salim, sound plural. It's a plural
Yeah.
whose
Siga means form.
figure,
Yeah.
letter sequence form or wahid does not change when its plural is made. In other words, the singular letter sequence does not break.
So Muslimun.
Muslimun, singular. Muslimuna, example. From Muslimun, it becomes Muslimuna.
Correct. Is this clear for you so far?
Yeah.
Now, this noun itself, how do we know Muslimun? So in the singular, Muslimun, we have the Dhamma Tanween, correct?
Yeah.
So this Dhamma Tanween, it shows that this noun, it's in its original state, the nominative case, Halatul Raf. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the
Yeah.
plural now, Muslimuna. How do we know Muslimuna is not coming maybe as an object or a verb? What indicates or shows or illustrates that the noun is in its original form? Do you know? Does anyone know?
No.
Addition of waw and noon.
Is it the wow shape?
Yes, it's the waw and the noon. So the waw and noon, it's giving this now. You remember this waw and noon, it's substituting or representing the dhamma in its original state. Is that clear so far?
Yeah.
Now, let me go back. Where is it gone? Now, right, let's go further. Now, sister, I want you to read this. There are now the present tense now. So not present tense. This noun, Jama Mudhakkar Salim, it's i'rab. There are only 2 i'rabs for it. How many i'rabs? There are 2 i'rabs, meaning that it can come in 2 states. One state is with a waw noon, and the other state is with ya and noon, like Muslimin.
Yeah.
Mu'mineen. Originally we read mu'minun, and sometimes we read mu'mineen. Sometimes we read which other one should I give you example? Which one should be an example? Mukrimun, mukrimin. Munzirun, munzirin. Is this clear so far?
Mu'minun, mu'minin.
Yes, Muslimun, muslimin. So there are 2. Now let's read this and I'll explain further. There are 2 types of Jam'u Salim. Go ahead, sister.
Jam'u Mudhakkir
Jam'u Mudhakkar Salim, yep.
Masculine sound plural. It's formed by adding at the end of the singular wahidun one of the following.
Correct.
A waw preceded by a dhamma and followed by a noon with a fatha, i.e.
This we heard. Wow.
Soon. Is it soon? Is it? It's just noon.
Yeah, wow and a noon with a fatha at the end.
Yeah. Or
halatul raf. So the nominative case.
Raf. Wow.
So muslimuna. Can you see this example?
Yeah.
So muslimuna. The waw is coming with a sukoon, and the noon with a fatha is coming. And the other state for this is a ya preceded by
a kasra and followed by a noon and a fatha. For example, muslimina. Yeah.
Excellent. Now let me explain now. Well, let's explain. Now, this verb itself, muslimuna, the word ja, what does ja'a mean? What does ja'a mean? Ja'a means he came. Ja'a means he came. Ja'a.
He came.
Yeah, ja'a. Ja'a means he came. So if we said ja'a muslimun, what does that mean?
Muslim came.
Muslim came. And so the dhamma tanween on Muslim, it illustrates or highlights that Muslim is the person who's doing the action of coming itself. However, if we say the Muslims came, how would you say that, Sister Sadiqa?
Muslims.
Shall I try, Sheikh?
Muslimina?
No, Muslimuna.
Muslimin?
No, Muslimuna. So ja'a muslimuna.
Sheikh, it would be ja'u, right?
No. So whenever, with regards to this exception, with regards to the sound masculine plural, so whenever there is a physical noun which is visible after the verb, you could bring the singular verb with the plural itself. Even though muslimuna is plural, you could bring the singular. So you can say ja'a muslimuna. So in ja'a muslimun, we have a dhamma tanween. Is that correct, Sister Sadiqa?
Yeah.
So with regards to the word muslimuna, this waw here and noon, it's representing that the noun is in its halatul raf, in the nominative case, meaning he is the one who is the fa'il, the person who's doing the action itself. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So ja'a muslimuna, okay? Next question. If I said I saw a Muslim, how do you say that?
Can I ask before we go forward, please?
Pardon?
Can I ask you something before we go
Yes,
forward?
go ahead.
Okay, Ja'a Muslimuna, you said that Ja'a will remain as Ja'a. So then to translate, we can say they are Muslims?
No, not they are. Because there's Muslims, Muslims came.
Oh, Muslims came. Yeah, oh, sorry. Muslims.
Yeah, Muslim came is perfectly correct because it's a plural. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Now, if I want to say I saw a Muslim, how would you say that, Sister Sadiqa? So, what is the ruling mentioned? So what it was, first of all, what is the ruling with regards to object of a verb? What harakat does a object of a verb get?
Does it get the same haraka as the ending of the noun?
It changes the harakat. A fatha. Yes, it gets a fatha if it's with an alif lam. If it's without alif lam, it will get a fatha tanween. For example, I'll give you an example. Ra'aytu means I saw. Who is doing the action of seeing? I is the doer of the action of seeing. Is this clear?
Yeah.
So whenever there's a verb, you cannot have a verb without a doer. You cannot have a verb without a doer itself. Now, when you say ra'aytu, I saw, I am the one who's doing the action, and always a object of a verb is in the state of fatha tanween or a fatha, depending upon if it's a definite noun or an indefinite noun. So if I say I saw a Muslim, it will be ra'aytu musliman. Ra'aytu musliman. I saw a Muslim. So it gets a fatha tanween. Musliman. Now, if
you want to say I saw Muslims,
I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
I'm going to do it. That's what I was trying to do. I was going to try to move towards that direction. First of all, is you teach the singular, then you do the plural, so you can understand what's happening. So when it's the plural, Muslimuna, it's in the nominative case. Now, how do you make this word Muslimuna in the case of an object? How do you show that harakat? Does anyone know?
You put a ya and a noon, ya preceded by a kasra, Muslimina.
Correct. I mean, anyone. Correct. That is the correct answer. So if you want to show a noun, it's coming as an object for a sound masculine plural, you change the waw to a ya, and the letter before the ya should get a kasra. Should get a kasra. Example being a ya preceded by a kasra and followed by a noon with a fatha, i.e., for example, halatul nasb and halatul jar. Muslimina. What is it? Muslimina. So if I say I saw the Muslims, I will say ra'aytu muslimina. There's no fatha tanween, but this ya is representing the fatha tanween. Is that clear?
But I thought all the objects are mansur. It's fatha.
They are. Yes, they are. So as you remember, the previous slides I mentioned, sometimes the fatha tanween is substituted by a weak letter. Do you remember we read that?
Yeah.
So the ya is substituting the fatha tanween itself.
Okay.
Is that clear now?
Or this is for the plurals you are making it.
Yes, this is
for the singular. For example, if I saw Muslim, is that Musliman? It will go with that, or one single Muslim?
No. So if it was a singular, it would be ra'aytu musliman.
Musliman, okay.
It would be ra'aytu musliman. But because it's plurals, with regards to the sound masculine plurals, you change the muslimuna to muslimina.
Muslimina. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And then the third one, sister, I'm going to ask, who should I ask next? Sister Sadiqa, can you choose another student to come on the mic? Okay, I'm going to choose Sister Butul Somani. Sister Butul Somani?
Her screen had blanked out, so I think she's rejoining.
No, the Batul Somani is from Mombasa,
Yes.
Africa.
Yes, Salam alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum
Sorry, I
salam.
was totally lost because of my screen and everything. It was jammed.
Can you hear me
And-
now? Okay, is it working now? Yes.
Yes, it's working. Thank you, Sheikh.
Now, question is now, if I say I passed by the Muslims. Oh, sorry, I passed by a Muslim. I passed by a Muslim. The word is marra. Marartu, and by is the harf jar preposition, which means by. Now, but I passed by a Muslim. How would you say that? Marartu is the verb, marartu, and ba is the harf jar, which you put before the singular word Muslim. How would you say that in Arabic?
Marartu bi Muslimin.
Marartu bi Muslimin. Why do you give it kasra tanween, Sister Batul?
Because of the harf jar that we have as a ba.
Excellent. Marartu bi Muslimin. So Muslimin, it gets a kasra tanween because of harf jar. Now, if I say I passed by the Muslims, not one Muslim, but Muslims, how would it be? Marartu
bi Muslimina.
Marartu bi Muslimina. So the point which I want to highlight is this. The sound masculine plurals in the state of raf, it gets a wow. However, when it's in the state of nasb and jar, the harakat are exactly the same, but from the context, we will know whether this is nasb or whether this is jar because of harf jar. Like Sister Batul, what do you say? Marartu bi?
Marartu bi Muslimina.
Marartu bi Muslimina. And what did Sister Najma Kanani read? I saw the Muslims. Marartu bi Muslim.
Mina.
No, sorry. Ra'aytu
Muslimina.
Ra'aytu Muslimina. So I am doing the action of seeing. Muslimina is also in the state of nasb by the ya. So both of the states, the state of nasb and jar, are exactly the same. However, of course, we know that the reason for them may be different itself, but the noun itself has the same structure itself in this case of nasb and jar. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
We need some examples.
I'll give you the examples.
Yeah.
I'll give you the examples. But I hope this is clear that normally in the state of nasb you get a fatha tanween. Normally in the case of jar you get a kasra tanween. But this word muslimuna, it only stays muslimina in both of the cases: the nominative, the accusative case, and the genitive case. No.
Sorry, if it is a dual. Sorry, can I ask something?
Sister Batul, please don't go on dual yet.
Okay, okay.
I'll do that later. I'll do that later.
Sheikh, this would be the case for all sound plurals?
What's that?
Would this be the case for all sound plurals?
Yes,
that we
yes.
get?
All of the sound masculine plurals either comes with waw noon or either comes with ya noon. That is it. There's all the, as you know, normally there are three states. Normally there are three states for a noun: fatha, raf, nasb, and jar. But muslimuna, this particular category, it only has two states: muslimuna, muslimina, and muslimina is coming in both states in the case of nasb and jar as well. I hope this is clearer now.
Yes.
For example, I'll give you another example. Let me give another example and clarify. Ja'a Muslimun. A Muslim came. If it was Muslims came, Ja'a Muslimuna. The waw noon comes. The singular of Muslim, if it's an object, Muslimun. When it's an object, it becomes Musliman. I saw, I am the one who's doing the action of seeing. Ra'aytu Musliman. Musliman gets the two fatha tanweens. But when it's a sound masculine plural, If it's in the case of the accusative case, halatun nasb, it doesn't get a fatha tanween, but it gets a ya and a noon at the end. Ra'aytu muslimina. Ra'aytu, I saw the Muslims. The third state is the genitive case, when a harf-jar comes. If it's a singular of muslimuna, which is Muslim, I passed by a Muslim, it will be marartu bi muslimin. Marartu bi
Muslimin.
Muslimin gets a kasra tanween. But the word muslimuna, when that comes in the case of halat jar, it doesn't get a kasra tanween, but it gets a ya and a noon. Marartu bi muslimina. I hope this is clear now.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, yes.
Who's this? Sister Najma?
Yes, now it's clear.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
So ba will only be ba, not be alif, be muslimina.
Sorry?
Be muslimina will be only be
Yeah.
kasra
That's
connected to mim.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I'll send you these examples in the as a handout and to clarify this as well. Okay. Now, and I want to do one more, and that is it. What's the time? Okay. The next one is muslimatun. Muslimatun. So the word muslimatun. I'm going to ask this to who shall I ask? Sister Azmina. Sister Zamina. Sister Zamina. Sister Zamina, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Where have you been? You've disappeared from the scene.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Because I haven't seen you for about 2 weeks. So I thought maybe you've gone on holiday or vacation somewhere. Right. Quick question. The word muslimatun.
Yeah.
What's the singular of muslimatun?
Muslimatun.
Muslimatun. So the singular of the sound feminine plural, it normally has a ta marbut at the end in the
Yeah.
singulars, correct?
Yeah.
Now, if I ask you a question, how do you say a Muslim came? How would you say that? A Muslim lady came. So the verb is ja'at. So we ja'at
Muslimatun.
Ja'at muslimatun. So the dhamma tanween is indicating that this is the doer of the action of coming. Ja'at muslimatun. That's the singular. Now, if it's a plural of females, ladies, how would you say that?
So Ja'at Muslimatun.
Ja'at muslimatun. Excellent. So remember this, that muslimatun, the dhamma tanween on muslimatun is visible. It can take the dhamma tanween. Now, where's your sister, Siskina?
Yes, yeah.
Assalamu
Alaikum.
Now, over here, have a look here. Let's go read this together. Can you read this now, please? Jam feminine sound plural. Go ahead.
Number 2, Jama Mu'annath Salim, feminine sound plural. It is formed by discarding the round tha and adding at the end of a singular one of the following. An alif preceded by a fatha and followed by a madhum long tha for halat al-raf.
Muslimatun. So it has a dhamma tanween itself. So this dhamma tanween, like the singular muslimatun, it shows the harakat exactly the same. So it's able to take that harakat to show that it's a nominative case. However, in the case of accusative and genitive, the ruling is slightly different. Go ahead. And an alif?
An alif preceded by a fatha and followed by a maksur long tha for halat al-nasb wal jar. For example,
Muslimatin. So normally a kasra tanween is shown when? When does a noun get a kasra tanween, Sister Sakina?
Kasra tanween when it's in the
nominative case.
In the genitive case.
Yes.
Correct. Now it's saying that halatun nasb and jar. Now the word muslimatun, the sound feminine plural, if it comes as an object, sorry, let me put everyone quiet again. If it comes as an object, it will not get a fatha tanween, but instead of that, it will get what?
A kasra tanween.
Excellent, a kasra tanween. So let me give an example now. How would you say, I saw one female Muslim. Ra'aytu
muslimatan.
Ra'aytu muslimatan. Excellent. Now, so Ra'aytu muslimatan, I am doing the action of seeing. I am the doer. Muslimatan is the object, and all objects of a verb get a fatha tanween. However, when it's a sound feminine plural, what harakat will we give? Would we give it a fatha tanween, or would we give it another harakat?
Kasra tanween.
MashaAllah. Thank you. Now give me the example. Ra'aytu
muslimatin.
Ra'aytu, you sure?
Oh no, yeah, right, yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Ra'aytu muslimatin. Is this clear for everyone now? So the sound must.
Sheikh, why is it taking a kasra? Because it's not preceded by a preposition here.
I know it's not, but the rule. This is a ruling in regards to sound masculine, sound feminine plural, that instead of getting a fatha tanween, the kasra tanween is representing the fatha tanween.
In both cases, accusative and
exactly
genitive.
Okay. Yeah. Is this clear now for everyone now? My brothers and sisters, this is clear. I know this lesson is a bit challenging, but I had to teach this lesson.
Yeah, I think it will get clearer once we sit down.
I'll send you some ayats of the Quran. I'll send you ayats of the Quran.
That is the case for feminine only, feminine plurals?
Yes, only for the feminine sound masculine plurals. That's right.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, who should I? Okay, Sister Zahra, come on the mic.
Yes.
Right. How would you say I saw, I passed by the Muslim ladies?
Marartu bi muslimatin.
And marartu bi muslimatin. So normally, as you know, muslimatin, it gets kasra tanween in the halat al-jar, but the only thing is that in halat al-nasb, instead of fatha tanween, it gets a kasra tanween.
Okay.
Right, thank you. Sister Abida, are you there? Sister Abida, are you there? I think she disappeared. Okay. Yes. Sister, who should I get? Who is another student who needs help? Sister, it's difficult. Sister Batul Somani, are you there? Sorry, Batul. Sister Ummul Jawad. Alaikum Assalam. Now, I want you to give me all the three cases for a sound feminine plural for the word mu'minatun. How would it be in the state of raf? The Muslim, the mu'min, the believing ladies came. How would you say that? Ja'at
mu'minatun.
Ja'at mu'minatun. And what would be the singular?
Mu'minatun.
Ja'at
mu'minatun.
And I saw one believing mu'mina, and I saw believing mu'minas. How would you say the singular and the plural? Ra'aytu
mu'minatan.
Excellent.
And ra'aytu mu'minatin.
So why is it mu'minatin?
Because for the sound feminine plural, both the accusative and genitive case both take tanween kasra.
Excellent. The kasra tanween is representing the fatha tanween, which is normally the sign of what?
Being the object when the noun is in the accusative case.
Excellent. And finally, I passed by a believing mu'mina, and I passed by the believing mu'minas.
Marartu bimu'minatin, marartu bimu'minatin. In this case, singular and plural, both will take tanween kasra in the genitive case.
Excellent. Okay, what's the message in the chat? Okay, right. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. I hope this was clear. I know
So
this
Sheikh,
is...
in the singular form, the feminine would take a fatha in accusative.
Yes.
Fatha tanween.
Yes. Ra'aytu
Only in
mu'minatan.
the plural, it will take a kasra tanween.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write I'm going to make a table out about the sound masculine plurals and the sound feminine plurals. We'll make a table. I'll share it in the group so that it's clear for you. Is that okay for you?
Yes. Sheikh, will you also send us these notes?
Yes, I'll send you these notes as well.
Okay, thank you.
Right, and I'll give you practice, because the reason why I'm doing this now, the sound masculine and the sound feminine, because this book has got this, and once we start book 3, we're going to do a lot of grammar so that I can prepare yourself, so start reading Arabic text, inshallah. Right.
We need a lot of practice in it.
Don't worry, I'll give you the practice, inshallah. Inshallah, you just be comfortable and enjoy and learn, and I'll teach you and I'll give you the practice, inshallah. So inshallah, Zainab, don't worry about that. Inshallah, I'll get you there as long as you're working and do the work, and inshallah, I'll get you through this phase, inshallah. Okay, so inshallah, I'll send you some handouts on this, and then inshallah, I'll send you the exam paper by tonight or tomorrow, and then you can do the exam, and then inshallah, officially we'll finish book 2 and then move on to book 3, inshallah. Okay. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك أو تمتع فيها طويلا واجعلنا من أنصاره وشيتك وجندك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. Jazakallah. Thank you very much. So inshallah, I'll see you next week, inshallah, okay? And I'll send you the papers out as well. Fi amanillah. Any questions? Any questions?
No, thank you so much, Sheikh.
Did you understand? Did everyone understand what's happening, or it's confusing still?
We understood.
It was really important topic there, sir, but very good understanding. I got it, I think. So everybody should have. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send an exercise, and I want please everyone to do this exercise on this topic, and then that will make me understand whether you've understood it or not. I'm going to send you the exercise today, and then you could do the exercise, inshallah, okay? Because when you go in the Quran, it'll make much more sense when you're reading that, whether it's object, whether it's file or maf'ul, or after a preposition, inshallah. I'll send that exercise today, inshallah.
Sheikh, there is one question actually. The word amil, when it came in the text.
Yep.
So amil, the governing word, is it the word that is preceding the verb?
Yes. Yes. So sometimes like lan is amil. It's the thing which is preceding the verb and is changing the actual harakat of a verb itself. That is right.
Okay. Thank you.